Hi, I'm Steve, and in this video we're going to look at profiling your Python code with Visual Studio 2017. It's common to think that your code is not running fast enough, but it's not always easy to see exactly where it's slow. Visual Studio integrates function-level profiling to give you this insight. Here I have some code taken from the CPython benchmark suite, which we're going to do some performance analysis on. It's already in a project, so I'll click Analyze and Launch Python Profiling. Here there are two options, working with an open project, which I already have, or I can switch it to use the standalone script settings. If I do this, I can choose whichever Python interpreter I like and specify any script, working directory, and arguments. While analysis is running, I can leave it run for as long as I like, or I can cancel it at any time, and the data that's been collected is now going to be analyzed to produce a performance report. This report may take some time depending on how long you let it run for, but for short runs it's going to be fairly quick. So you'll see here in the summary page both the hot path and the functions with the most individual work. So looking at the hot path, we can see that permutations and a generator expression are taking the longest time in this code, and functions with the most individual work confirm this. Permutations is right at the top. If I click on this, we can investigate the function itself and see that this is the big function that's doing most of the work, and the one it calls into that does 18.9% of that is a generator expression. If I want to look at some other useful views, from this drop-down I can go to the call tree and use the hot path button to expand out to see the hot path. This gives me some more specific numbers in the table, and also lets me expand and dig into the parts of code to see which bits are calling which. I also have the functions view, which is a flat view of all the functions with the number of calls and the amount of time spent in each one. Each of these columns is sortable, which gives you a great way to inspect and really dig into the functions that take a long time and compare it with the number of calls to that function. The amount of time spent in a function doesn't necessarily mean that it's a slow function. If it's only called once, it may just be your entire program. If it's called many times, even with very little time spent in the function, you may still want to find a way to reduce calls to it to avoid overhead. Profiling your code gives you a lot of information to help you make smart decisions about where to invest your time optimizing. Check out docs.microsoft.com/visualstudio/python for more information about how Visual Studio 2017 makes you and your code more efficient.